Do that. I think it's recording.
All right.
Amazing. Hello. We're back.
We're back.
Where the fuck have you been, Isaac?
I've been sleeping, man.
Really?
That's been great.
Shit. Well, I wish I could say the same.
We've been around.
We were out on some unexpected and interesting life developments, but we're back and we're happy to be here. Hope you didn't miss us too much.
Let's dive right in. Murders.
I mean, happy 2026. We're at the end of January of 2026. But
when was the last time we recorded?
November 17th was our last episode.
Shit.
Mm-hmm. And then like everything went downhill, remember?
Yeah.
And then, but it picked back up and here we are. So, all is well. Everything's good. And happy 2026. And let's just jump into the murder.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so we disappeared for a while, as you know. So I figured, why not talk about a disappearance?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're going to talk about a very famous, or better said, infamous true crime case, the death of Elisa Lam.
Okay.
Does that ring any bells to you?
Elisa Lam.
Elisa Lam, yeah.
No, not at all.
No? Okay. It's a case that blends true crime, urban legends, mental health concerns, and the creepiest elevator video that you've probably seen. And a hotel with more bad vibes than a Ouija board.
Really?
Yes. Like, you for sure know this case. It takes place in, like, the world's creepiest freaking hotel.
Is that, where? That's not in Pennsylvania, is it?
No. Okay, so buckle up. You're going to go down this road with me. At some point, you're going to recognize the streets, okay? Just go with me, all right?
Is it Elm Street?
No, maybe. So Elisa Lam was 21 years old, and she was a college student from Vancouver. And she was kind of backpacking through the U.S., kind of how students here do it in Europe. She was doing it down here in the U.S. She was traveling by herself through California. And this was in early 2013. And it was all classic 2013. She chronicled her entire trip on Tumblr. She was posting a lot of fashion tips, a lot of what we call memes these days, but a lot of, quotes, affirmations, and like live journaling.
Okay.
Her daily thoughts, a very, very quintessential 2013. She's documenting this whole solo trip through California. And on January 26th of 2013, she finds herself in downtown Los Angeles, where she plans on spending a few days. And she checks herself in to the very, very well-known Cecil Hotel.
Okay.
Still not ringing any bells?
No, I don't know these things.
Wow, I forgot you're normal. Okay, sorry, that's my bad.
Yeah, you're looking at me.
That's on me.
Cecil Hotel.
That's
I'm like,
on me.
yes, and go on.
And then what? This is gonna be good, I could tell.
So, all right. So obviously, it's a well-known haunted hotel.
Yes, it's one of the most haunted hotels.
You could just book it and then just get a room, right?
Well, we'll get into that.
Oh,
we'll get into that. But yes, at this time in 2013, it was indeed a hotel. More like a hostel, lots of roommate situations, some permanent residences. It's kind of a rundown hotel.
Okay.
At this point in 2013. So a lot of college students would come in, rent a room, have a roommate, stay there for long periods of time, and then move on. So if you've never heard of the Cecil Hotel, like my lovely husband, I want you to imagine the Overlook Hotel. Do you know what hotel that is?
No.
Oh my God, Isaac, you're killing me, Smalls. You do know The Shining.
Oh, okay. See,
okay.
now
I know,
see, now
we need
I know
context
what that
clues.
is. Yes.
Okay, so the hotel in The Shining is the Overlook. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot like the Overlook, except way dirtier. It's really gross, and it just has a lot less like ghost bartenders and stuff like that in this one. Like it's just gross. It's really, really gross. And it's actually got a history for being, at one point, it was permanent residences once it turned into Skid Row, right?
Mm-hmm.
So during that time, the lovely Cecil Hotel was home to serial killers. 2, to be exact. One you know very well, the Night Stalker, Richard
Right.
Ramirez.
I remember you mentioned that.
Yep.
In a previous episode.
Mm-hmm.
So he lived there or he worked there?
No, he lived there while he was committing murders. Like at some point, during his murderous rage, he was staying at the Cecil Hotel. He was living there. Yeah. So it's been home to serial killers, suicides, drug overdoses, and enough weirdness to fill every season of American Horror Story because they literally tried to. There was an entire season called Hotel, and it's based completely on this hotel.
This hotel? Wow, I got to check that out.
It's actually really good.
You should have told me that before recording this episode.
It's really, really good. It's very good. I love it.
Somebody home is like, what do you mean you don't know?
Yeah, I know. It's, you know who's actually in it? Schmitty. Schmitz from New Girl. Schmitty.
Mm.
He has a role in it. Hotel was a good season. It was a good season. And there's like throwbacks to this hotel a lot. There's a throwback to it in the season that was about the summer camp. It's that creepy. Okay. It's one of the creepiest hotels in America. So Eliza was placed in, like I said, a hostel style room, but her roommate started complaining about her behavior. The details of the complaints were never fully explained, but mostly there was an air that alluded to, just strange behavior. She was acting weird. Different sources have said different things, that she was talking to herself or she was just moving erratically. Just overall very strange behavior, and her roommates were very uncomfortable.
But I'm imagining the roommate is a serial killer complaining about you.
No. So no. The serial killers was way before. I'm just saying this hotel's got bad juju. That's all I'm saying.
The Night Stalker.
No, I know. If Richard Ramirez is like, listen, this bitch is so
it's fucking
weird.
crazy. I'm out of here.
The bitch is freaking me out. Meanwhile, he is the literal worst, not even human being that's ever walked this planet. And he's like, wow, you're fucking crazy. No, that would be horrible. But,
thanks for clarifying that. Okay.
Yes, it's definitely not Richard Ramirez. It's some other little girl. So that's like way before. At this point, it's just like a hostel, and a lot of, like I said, college kids are kind of staying there. As they pass through, they're just sharing, they're getting a cheap room to spend a couple days and moving on.
Sure, okay.
So she's put in this shared hostel room, and these girls are like...
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah, like they're very uncomfortable. So the hotel decides to move her into a private room. And so that is on January 26th, right?
So they didn't question her about it? They just said, we're just going to move you to a private room?
Yeah. They were complaining, I guess. Listen, I wasn't there, but I'm sure the girls...
They weren't like, yo, somebody's not talking in your room to you? Or...
I don't think they care because she's paying. I'm going to be honest with you.
Like, guess what?
I'm going to be really honest with you. She's paying.
Upgraded you to a private room?
She's like, fuck yeah. Okay. I mean, would you ask many questions if someone knocked on the door and was like, by the way, we're moving you to like the balcony penthouse room? Would you be like, no, I want to know some questions? Like, no.
I guess not, no.
You'd probably be like, sweet, can someone come get my bags? Like, come on, let's be real. But yeah, the girls complained about her behavior, and for one reason or another, the staff decided the best thing to do is move her into a private room. Fine, she does that. January 31st, 2013. Eliza was scheduled to check out that day and start heading towards Santa Cruz. But as we know, she didn't. This is where the hotel staff realizes that she's gone, but when they search her room, all of her belongings are still there. Everything, her luggage, her clothing, the drawers have her clothes in it, the bathroom's got her toothbrush in it, like everything is in the room and she is not there. And she hadn't called home yet, and she called home every single day. So this had now been like 2 or 3 days where she hadn't called home and nobody can find her. So the police finally contacted the LAPD, who launched a missing persons investigation. This was January 31st.
Right.
They searched the hotel, including her room, all the common areas. They even brought in cadaver dogs and search dogs, but most of the dogs lost the scent at the elevator.
Hmm.
Okay. So the dogs, for some reason, just kept losing the scent at the elevators and a fire escape. So, guess like a more hidden staircase and a random elevator. So, yeah.
That's interesting.
Very interesting, right? So, February 14th, 2 weeks after she was reported as a disappeared person, LAPD publicly releases a surveillance video from the hotel's elevator, hoping that someone could identify her. And the internet took one look at that video and started saying, I have so many theories, because this is literally the strangest elevator video you've probably ever seen.
What's going on? What happens?
What doesn't fucking happen?
In the elevator that day?
In that moment. So I'm going to describe the video to you. I'll put the video up on Instagram, on our Instagram page, and on our TikTok. I'll put the elevator video up and you can go and see it. But also, for audio reasons,
I'm sorry.
the fuck are you doing?
I'm seeing shadows. Now you're talking about
the
this
hell?
elevator.
For those who can't see us, he literally just stared behind me
Go ahead.
and moved his eyes across the room like somebody was standing behind me and expects me to just keep talking. And I just had the worst reflexes of my life. I thought I was going to see one of our kids just like staring at me. I was like, oh no. Jesus. Okay. So, creepy elevator video. The thing is like 2 minutes long or something. It's really quick. So Eliza is seen entering the elevator.
Okay.
But she's acting like she's being followed.
Okay.
She's like getting in super fast. She's looking over her shoulder. She's kind of hiding in the corner. She's like looking around. Her arms are crossed. She starts pressing multiple buttons at once. So like Christmas trees, the motherfucker. And the doors don't close. But because they're really, really fucking slow. This hotel is super old, and we're not talking about pouring money into it, okay? So the fact that the elevators are working is a miracle. But, so the doors don't close. She steps in the elevator, she steps out of the elevator. She steps in it, she steps out of it.
Yeah, she's probably trying to get the elevator to work.
I don't know what she's doing, but she is neurotic as fuck. Steps in and out, crossing her arms, uncrossing them. She gestures at something or someone, but it's out of view. You can't tell if she's saying come here or go away, or but she's making a gesture at something that is out of camera view.
I gotta see it. Yeah.
Yeah, and she hides in the corner of the elevator.
Oh my god.
She like crunches into it. She's moving her hands in a very, very strange motion when her arms are not crossed. She is like very fluid, very like whimsical, like movements. It's odd. And then she walks out of frame, walks out of the elevator. And that's it. No one's ever seen her since. Like, that's it. She disappeared. Thin air. Walks out of the elevator. No other camera views see her. No other.
Maybe in her room, somebody was hiding, like a previous guest, like a serial killer or whatever.
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Who
knows?
Poor thing.
So the world watched this video and they said, oh, great. It's a real found footage horror film, because that's what it looks like. You're literally waiting for a jump scare. It's so odd. It's just it's uneasy.
I don't want to see it anymore.
It's very uneasy. Like, listen, at the end of the day, it's a girl freaking out in an elevator, so it's nothing like too crazy. Except when you know the story, it's very haunting. It's odd. It's uncomfortable. So viewers obviously blamed many things. They blamed ghosts, demons, invisible pursuers, multiple realities. Like, people have all kinds of theories about what happened to Elisa Lam. And others say that she just seemed manic, confused, or interacting with hallucinations. To me, it looks like she's interacting with hallucinations. It looks like she 1000% sees someone there or something, and she is having a full conversation.
Yeah.
She suffers from mental health concerns, but she takes medication. So she was very open about her bipolar diagnosis at one point. But again, there was never any complaints about her not taking her medication, or like she was allegedly on her medication at all times, didn't have an issue. So either way, the video became viral nightmare fuel. Everyone was passing it around. To this day, people are passing it around with all their theories.
This is 2016?
2013.
2013 it happened, but like, so the video was released the same year?
Yeah, February 14th. 2 weeks after she disappeared. So they still haven't found her. It's been 2 weeks. The police released that surveillance video. Then, February 19th, 2013, the hotel guests started complaining about something. They started complaining about the water.
Okay.
So they were complaining that the pressure of the water was low. The color of the water was not the color you would look for in safe water. Some sources have described it as brown. Other sources have described it as black.
Ooh.
Yeah, like some water's coming out super, super black. Some is coming out light brown with black particles in it. Like I read a lot of sources but they all have something in common, that the color is really bad. Whatever it is, it's not good. And if you thought it couldn't get worse than that, a lot of them were complaining that it tastes weird. Yeah, so people were drinking this water.
They're just like, it looks brown. Let me taste it.
Yeah, I know. I have a lot of questions. I
thought it was cinnamon.
Oh, God. Like, I have so many fucking questions. But we're not talking about the weirdos who drink the fucking brown tap water. We're talking about the fact that they drank it to begin with. And we're going to see why that's a problem in just a minute. So, obviously, the hotel sends a maintenance worker out, and he's headed to the roof to check the water tanks. And these are very, very large, difficult to access, tall cylinders that require a commercial ladder to reach the top latch. And even then, the manual opening of these lids is like very, very difficult.
Oh, no. Poor guy.
They're very heavy.
No.
Okay. So one by one, the water's clear. The water's fine. Nothing's wrong. But then he gets to the last water container.
There's a head.
And he found something.
Oh, my God.
And it's Eliza. It's not her head. It's her entirely. She is naked, but her clothes and belongings are in the tank too. So she's floating in the water tank, naked, but all the clothes she had on is also floating in the pool.
That's nuts.
So
I'm assuming that was like blood that was pouring through the water.
Well, it had been over 2 weeks, and decomposition happens much faster in water. So that was just bodily fluid and body matter, really, when you think about it, because it's just sped up decomposition. So it's just literally everything.
Moving along.
Are you okay? So, yeah. So that's why the water was that color. But so just like that, this case went from missing person that they don't know what the hell happened to what the fuck happened on this roof. Because there's no blood, there's nothing. Like there's nothing to make him. No one would have checked that water tank if the water wasn't weird. Literally.
I don't know. What the fuck? So you killed somebody and then you just drag them to the roof and then put them in a water tank?
I don't know. No one knows. So in June, so it's all in February, right? In June of 2013, the coroner releases an autopsy report. The cause of death is accidental drowning.
What? Wait, what?
Accidental drowning. The manner of death, accident. No drugs were found in her system except those prescribed at subtherapeutic levels. Which means she may have not been taking her medication as regularly as she should have. So she was taking it, but not as regularly. She also, thankfully, had no signs of trauma or sexual assault. So
we don't know.
But either way, on the autopsy report, they list that her bipolar disorder, along with the possible mismanagement of her medication, were all contributing factors to her accidental drowning in the water tank. But that also left a ton of questions.
Yeah, so she lifted the water tank and then
Exactly.
Just took a swim. What is that?
So one of the main things that people keep saying, there's no way she did this to herself. So what they're saying is exactly what you said. They tried to say, or they're still saying, that she, for some reason or another, went to the tank, decided to jump in, and then realized she couldn't get out because the inside of the tanks are slick. They're long and they're really, really slick. They're slippery. Sorry about that.
Chill out with that.
Sorry, there's no.
Start acting weird and shit.
Oh, sorry, the hands. Sorry. So there's just no way. It's kind of like the same issue with the corn
One on
cylinders.
The top.
This is the same thing. Like, people die if they fall into these like grain cylinders because there's no way out. So they're trying to say that she got in it on purpose and just got stuck. But what they fail to really think about, or at least touch on, I'm sure they've thought about it, is, first of all, how the hell did she get up there? She didn't have a commercial ladder. How the fuck did she get up there?
Bro. So all right, but the video shows her screaming at somebody and then gesturing, right?
Not necessarily gesturing, but like doing something towards something out of frame. But if it's a hallucination.
Yeah. But why wasn't the elevator working?
Well, the elevator's a piece of shit. We already know that. The elevator's out. Like, the elevator itself is not a character in this mystery. I know, literally the hotel is, but not the elevator. So they fail to touch on a lot of things that are seriously wrong with that theory. Like, first of all, she had no commercial ladder. How the hell was she climbing up there? Second, the latch to open it up to get into the water tank, like the latch to open the entrance. I don't know why that's so difficult for me to explain.
The latch thing?
I know, I'm moving
Pushing.
my hand. I keep forgetting.
See what I'm doing with this?
I keep forgetting this is not a visual medium at this moment. So
but I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You're doing it to me, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I try my best. So the latch to open up the water tank, just stop doing that. To open it to get into the water tank is very difficult to open, and it's very heavy. Elisa Lam is a tiny little thing. Like, when you see her in the video, she looks like a little kid. She's not. She's a young adult, but she's tiny. I can't see a physical way as to how she climbed up there, was able to open it up, get in. And then what? She was just like, oh, I didn't think about how to do this in water. It doesn't track to me. I get it. I'm thinking of it through a lens of like being clear-headed. There could have been a lot wrong with her. There's a suggestion that she was drunk, that she was acting like she was on, drugs, that she was on, heavy amounts of alcohol. And then there's also the contemplation that she could have been having an episode and been hallucinating. Who knows what she hallucinated to take her up there? But either way, it still makes no sense. How did she climb up there?
Oh, right. That makes no sense.
There's questions. How did she get up to the roof? But those questions, I don't know, because this hotel was like a disaster.
Maybe there was a ladder that was already propped up over there. Maybe a maintenance man left it. But then it doesn't change the fact that she still had to, like you said, she had to lift that latch up, and that's pretty heavy, you know?
And like, how did they get closed?
Right.
And why was she naked? There's theories about, that she fell in and then, the clothes gets heavy when it's wet, so she started taking it off. That makes sense, but...
Well, let's assume she had an episode and then exactly that. There was an accidental drowning. Right.
I'm not buying it. I don't know. There's just no way for the lid to be moved back into the closed position from inside of the water tank.
Whatever.
It's so weird. And like you said, why were the elevator doors acting like they just didn't feel like working that day? Who was she talking to? Was she talking to someone? Why did she look so scared? Why was she terrified? She looks petrified in this video right before she went missing. So the poor thing, whatever happened to her, she was terrified. But it still doesn't change the fact that it just makes no sense. But also what you said is true. There's a lot of holes in this story. She was missing for 2 weeks. Who knows if there was a ladder propped up that got moved, Who knows if someone saw it open and closed it and didn't realize that she was floating in there. She had already passed, I don't know. This can literally, it's so crazy that they have literally not figured out anything besides this. Like, this literally, the buck stops at accidental drowning. There's been no one to look back into it.
So is the hotel still like open, running?
Oh my God. So the hotel... So the Cecil is known for its history and for being involved with serial killers and suicides. Literally at some point, some woman fell off of a high floor and hit a pedestrian on the bottom. So they both died. It's okay.
Wait, they both died?
Yeah. Hello, from a tall hotel. They fell out onto a pedestrian on the sidewalk.
And the
pedestrian died as well. It's insanity. So there's just all these horrible, horrible events. The hotel is known for being just a magnet for bad vibes. It's no good.
Seriously.
It's just, there's nothing good about this hotel. And it has just been part of this insane supernatural energy, wild history that's like a little side quest to this story, because it is literally listed as one of the most haunted hotels in America.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right? So, like I told you earlier, Richard Ramirez, he lived there.
It's just like, man, this place is amazing. If he's okay with this place, you know it's a red flag, right?
Yeah, because he was like the literal worst.
He didn't want to leave. He lived there.
Didn't he like not shower ever?
I don't know. Yeah,
all his victims that survived, didn't they say like that's what they all could remember? How he smelled,
like a goat. Smelled like a goat.
That's so offensive to goats. You know how much I fucking love goats. That's so rude.
I stink.
That's rude. Anyways, Jack Utterweger also lived here. He was also a serial killer. He was fucking nuts. Wasn't as, well, you know what? I'm not even going to say wasn't as nuts as Richard Ramirez because they're all fucking crazy, right? But he was fucking class act as well. He also lived here. Not at the same time, but at some point. Because as I told you before, the Cecil Hotel began as a luxury hotel. But after the Great Depression and all those things, or was it Prohibition?
Wait, hold on a second.
At one point, listen, I'm not a fucking history major. Nobody ever claimed to be one. So if you're coming here for your history notes.
Wait, no, hold on. I think both of them started, I mean.
Were they at the same time? No, they weren't.
Really the same time. Wait, did you say Prohibition?
Yes, I said Prohibition.
Okay, Prohibition started when? When did Prohibition
start? The 20s, no?
Yeah, it started like in the 20s. So what were you talking about?
I just can't remember when
the Great Depression was also in the 20s.
I know, but I can't remember which one it was now, or if it was even one of those, or was it later? No, it was after that. It was when shit got real fucking bad.
Yeah, I think it was in the 20s.
It had to be in the 20s, and at that point, the area surrounding the Cecil is what we now know as Skid Row.
Yeah.
So it went downhill pretty fast, and it turned from a luxury hotel to a motel of sorts where you can rent for a long period of time. And that's why these two fucking A+ characters lived there for a while. God knows how many other criminals ran through there because it was quick. It was cash, no paperwork. You can rent a room for 4 hours. You could rent a room for 4 months. Like, no one's going to ask where you were.
Dude, who the fuck's going to evict Richard Ramirez? Who the fuck's going to say, hey, Richie.
Yeah, go.
You got the rent? He's going to be like, go,
Probably. So, on top of that, multiple suicides occurred here. And a woman literally fell onto a pedestrian from a high floor in the 1960s. So, some say that Eliza was just heavily influenced by the building's energy.
Probably.
Right? Is it scientific? Absolutely not. Is it great podcast shit? Absolutely. So you bet. But I also agree with it. I feel like how many times have we gone into a room and I've been like, nope, the vibes are not it.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna automatically say, yeah, it was a ghost, but you're not gonna just say, yeah, it was an accidental drowning, and then just we'll be on our merry way. That just doesn't make any sense.
I'm with you on that.
You know?
I'm with you on that. So, like, again, is it scientific that she was influenced by the energy? No, but like, I think there's a lot to be said for the energy in a room.
Yeah, probably.
I think there's a ton to be said for it. Do I think it pushed her up a water tank? No. But I think it helped. I think it was definitely not the place for somebody to be particularly in a difficult part of their life. It was not a good place to be. So another theory is that someone followed her.
Yeah.
So again, somebody was seen just outside of the elevator frame. She was interacting with a person or a threat. You couldn't really tell what she was saying or what she was doing exactly because, again, her behavior was strange, but she definitely looked like she was very, very, very scared of this person. So a hotel or a hotel employee or a guest could have been involved in one way or another.
Oh, okay. You know, and I think I read somewhere that Richie Ramirez he worked at a hotel once. Yeah, he was a staff on a hotel.
That's terrifying. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I haven't heard that one, but it doesn't mean it's not true. And that's absolutely fucking horrifying.
Well, I mean, shit.
I know, but then again,
anybody could be a fucking serial killer if you think about it.
Isn't that the truth? There's some theory that you pass, like, what is it, 23 people? At least 23 people or something like that you've passed in your lifetime have killed someone.
Really? That's it?
I know, right?
I go through life, I'm like, this motherfucker for sure killed someone.
Oh my God, at least
this
once
guy has
a
a
day.
shotgun. Yeah.
At least once a day. I mean, we won't drop any names, but we know a person who I not personally, but we know of a person who I am convinced.
What, is a serial killer?
Not serial killer.
Oh, I was going to say.
But has killed somebody.
You better spill the beans now. Shit.
No, I have told you many times. I'm like, that motherfucker has killed someone for sure. Like, I've told you multiple times. People are just, you can't trust nobody. I think everybody's a fucking serial killer. We all know that. But other than that, it could have been anyone. It could have very well been somebody who works at the hotel. Because one of the main questions around this was, how did she get access to the roof? Mm-hmm. So it could have very well been somebody who has lived there a while. Because remember, people were in and out of here, but some people for longer periods than others.
Maybe it was that maintenance man that found her. That's like, oh shit, look what I found. You know?
Maybe. I mean, shit. Yeah, we literally never hear anything about him except for the unfortunate find that he had. Other than that, we don't hear anything about it. It's very crazy. So any of these people could have been involved, but there is no evidence to support this. But it does linger because mystery is always more compelling than tragedy, right? Mm-hmm. And also, I think if there weren't so many gaps in the story about the tragedy, it'd be easier to accept. Like, I can't imagine that the story that she just accidentally drowned is just easy to swallow. That's why it's such an ongoing mystery, right?
Right.
So I think there's something more to be said than it's just human nature to determine that it's a mystery and not a tragedy. I think it just, if there was less holes, we would be more willing to accept it. What?
It's funny.
What's funny?
True. It's true.
What's funny?
Just saying it's true. It's funny. I agree.
Another interesting theory is that it is paranormal. Something called the Korean elevator game. Internet detectives have noticed that the video looks very similar to the actions involved in this game, where pressing buttons in a alleged sequence opens a gateway to another dimension. Because obviously...
Man, what?
Yeah. Because obviously, when you're on a solo vacation across a country inside of literally the sketchiest hotel in America, that is when you're going to be like, and we should do this whole portal thing. We should do it right now. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying that it's very, very similar to this creepy Korean elevator game where they literally get in and they press all these crazy buttons. There's a really good show called Evil, and one of the episodes
has the Korean
fucks
game?
with this game. Yeah, and it's such a creepy episode. And I've not been very creeped out by a lot of them. The episodes are very creepy, but this one in particular, I have like scenes stuck in my head where it is very creepy. But it's just a very odd sequence of numbers, and allegedly it like goes up a certain amount of times, it goes down, it stops, it opens doors, it closes, and then it goes down and like passes the bottom floor.
And would you just go to another?
It's another dimension where at least in the Evil episode, it was like your worst nightmare, but like in a realistic sense, not like this creepy monster's following you.
They had a movie like that, Devil, We saw
Devil
that
happened
movie.
in an elevator. Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't have anything to do with the game though. It was just a creepy elevator. Yeah. And funny you say that because when I said it happens in an elevator, I was gonna say not the elevator from Devil. That's another one. That movie was weird.
That was a weird movie.
It was super weird, but it was good. I know people didn't like it. I thought it was very good.
It's like an M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, I mean, you got to know what you're paying for, right? You got to know like the deal you're making. Sure. I hate when people go into M. Night Shyamalan's books or movies and they're like, "Oh, I was just waiting for the twist." It's like, yeah, no fucking shit. That's his shtick. Like, are we really gonna act like we weren't expecting that? No, I will support.
Signs, I know, right?
No, I will support that some twists were fucking awful, like The Village. Yeah, oh my God, The Village was so fucking good until the last, 12 minutes? I'm like, you've got to be shitting me. That's what's going on in this. But it was, you have to admit that movie was so good up until that was the twist.
That was probably the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
It was so bad. It was creepy though. You have to admit that it was creepy until you could figure out what the fuck was going on. Then you're like, really? Sure. It was creepy. The first half of the movie is very creepy. Those weird creatures with the long nails and the red cape and... You don't remember that?
Yeah, of course I remember that.
That's not creepy blind. To you?
That girl was blind, and then they were
blind girl that they made her go out into the woods.
Yeah, I remember that movie. It was
so creepy. The first half was so creepy, and then it was just a lot of build up.
I remember there was a lot of build up suspense, and then it was just like,
lots of build up to a major pitfall. Yeah, that wasn't good. But Signs was phenomenal.
Yeah, Signs was. I remember you showed me Signs.
I made you watch Signs, and you were very happy you watched it.
Good. The Sixth Sense obviously was a great one.
The Sixth Sense was great.
So what happened with the elevator?
So yeah, that's just one of the theories that she was playing one of those weird fucking games and got lost in another dimension, and then I don't know, popped back up in the water tank. It, whatever. It's a theory. Yeah. The other theory is that Eliza could have accessed the roof through a fire escape, which, remember, the dog's scent ended at the elevator and the fire escape. Those two different places. Could have been, like I said, a malfunctioning alarm and the door left unlocked. This hotel, again, was not known for its incredible maintenance or upkeep. So the fact that the alarm to a fire escape wasn't working isn't mind-blowing to me. It doesn't even count as evidence to me. It counts as, I just figured it was broken. I didn't even question it. I literally was like, well, literally as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, how did she get through the fire alarm? And I was like, why am I even fucking considering a fire alarm? Like, they don't have one.
Like it had a door.
Look, exactly. An unlocked door. It's like, yeah, no shit. So it just, those things are, I don't put too much weight into the fact that, she had to go out a fire escape. It's like, okay. Shit. Yeah, I think that she was having a mental health episode. Yeah. I still think it's strange that she ended up in the water tank, and there's still a lot of questions about how and when and why she's in the water tank. But I don't think there's a lot of question about whether she was having a mental health episode or not. So it's definitely leaning more towards a horrible tragedy rather than a murder mystery. But it's technically not fully solved. It's solved on paper, but many people like you and I are questioning whether accidental drowning is what killed her, because it just doesn't line up completely.
I mean, if she did it to herself, then I'm okay with accidental drowning, right?
I don't know. It's
if she
really
did it
weird.
To herself?
I don't know. It's a really weird story.
Yeah, very weird.
Also, the Cecil Hotel is known for hauntings. Many, many well-known hauntings reported by many different people who have no relation to each other, describing the same ghosts and shapes and shadows that they're all seeing. So they are reporting seeing dark figures seen roaming the halls. So they're just all dark, no facial features, nothing, just like these dark beings just walking around randomly. Shadow shapes following the guests that don't really match the shape of the guests. Many doors opening and closing on their own in places where they shouldn't be opening and closing on their own. There's no wind tunnels. There's no AC vents nearby. It's just they open and close with doorknobs. It's super weird. A lot of whispers are heard on empty floors, and many, many people say that they feel watched when they're in their room.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So
getting fucking chills here.
It's so fucking creepy. So since then, the Cecil was rebranded as Stay on Main. but then
Stay on Main.
Stay on Main. And it got shut down and then it reopened, renovated, and then got shut down again.
But why was it shut down? Because of the ghosts?
No,
Or
I
just
mean,
because of
it wasn't exactly being stayed in plenty. And like I said, it wasn't being upkept. It was against tons of codes. It was constantly shut down and reopened. It has recently been remodeled, I believe, and renovated. At least the main common areas I know have been. And they have gone back to the name the Cecile.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm pretty sure they realize, like,
Yeah, they're like, we can make a profit off the
exactly.
ghost
You just got to lean in at this point. Like the
they're
hotel,
like,
the
fucking dumbass.
the background of this
Imagine,
hotel.
we're gonna rebrand. Nobody's gonna know.
Exactly. So it's like when it's this fucking bad, like bad history is bad history, and most of the time you just pretend like it didn't happen. But like when it's this fucking bad, you gotta either lean in or light it on fire. Like there's just, you gotta either stop it entirely, like blow the fucking place up and just make it a new building, or just fucking lean in. And there's enough people interested. I mean, clearly, there's enough people interested in weird and creepy mysteries.
I wouldn't stay there. Fuck that.
I would see. So there's like plenty of us.
You would spend the night there?
Did you hear Zachary? I mean, it wouldn't be like, oh my God, I can't wait. Let's go. But I think it'd be cool.
You think it'd be cool to spend the night there? There's like serial killers.
I mean, it's not on my list of like places.
I mean, I know
would
serial
stay.
killers don't spend the night there, but I'm just saying.
Maybe they do. You just said there's like so many people we don't know are serial killers.
Could you imagine if we prank them? We're like, yeah.
Prank what? The serial killer?
No, the
Oh.
Cecile. Like, yeah, what?
I'm like, but how would we know? No. There
No.
are haunted places I want to visit and stay in, and the Cecile's not on that list. It's mostly bed and breakfasts.
You would not stay at this Cecile.
No, mostly because it's
Stop
gross, not because it's haunted. It's gross on Skid Row. Like I don't want to.
Yeah.
I want to stay in haunted Airbnbs
Why?
because it's so cool. I'm gonna ask Mel to find us one in Salem when we go, and I'm not gonna tell you people.
That'll be so bad.
I'm gonna record the whole thing. It's gonna be our best episode yet. You screaming in the middle of the night. I'm sorry. Oh, that'd be great. Now you're not gonna trust any hotel we stay in. You're gonna be on high alert the entire trip.
This is not happening. I just want to let everybody know.
Oh, it's definitely happening. It's gonna be great. I love that our podcast recording material is portable. It's gonna be great. So yeah, they leaned in, ended up keeping it the Cecile, and have renovated it since. It still remains one of the shadier hotels and still one of America's.
What is that?
I heard that. Oh, Steve's love a chicken. So again, Elisa Lam's death is one of the most haunting modern mysteries. Not because of monsters or killers, but because of the unanswered what-ifs. It sits at the intersection of mental health, internet mystery, and the dark history of a building that just cannot stop being creepy.
Cecile.
The Cecil Hotel and Elisa Lam. So it's the what-ifs. It's like what you were saying. It's, if those damn elevator doors would have just worked, maybe she would have run into somebody who can help her and could see that there was clearly a problem.
I wasn't bitching about that too much, was I?
But what?
About the elevators?
You were really mad at the elevators.
Bro,
you were so fucking mad at these
It's
elevators.
like the elevator's just like, can only put a voice to the elevator.
I can't. Anyways, so yeah. Was it an accident, a moment of crisis, or a paranormal encounter? I can't tell you for sure, but what I can tell you is that I wouldn't drink hotel sink water.
If it's brown, yeah.
I don't think
that.
I'd drink it if it was clear, to be honest with you. And I've known this story for a very long time. And now that I put it together, I'm like, I wonder if that's why I always was weirded out by washing my mouth with like sink water.
Sink water.
Obviously, I do. I'm not freaking bougie. I'm not using bottled water to like brush my teeth. But yeah, I've always been so creeped out by putting sink water in my mouth. And I wonder now if it's because I've literally known this story forever. That's interesting. Yeah, very much like that. So thanks for listening to Married to Macabre. Oh my God, look what I just found. So sorry.
Stay
The
golden.
Cecil Hotel opened its doors in 1927.
Oh, you see? I told
We
you.
were right.
It's a good
Yeah.
time frame.
As a lavish destination for businessmen and tourists. After the Great Depression, the hotel became basically affordable housing. That's what it was.
Crazy.
It was nicknamed the Suicide Hotel and Hotel Death. In 2011, it was rebranded as Stay on Main, but it didn't help much as the dark legacy stuck. So that's what happened to the hotel. So I wasn't wrong. I don't know something.
I didn't say you were
No,
wrong.
I know
said
you
I
didn't.
supported you. I was like, I think you're right.
I
think
thought
you're
I
onto
was
something.
wrong. No,
I think that brain of
thought I was
yours
wrong.
is
It's onto something. Oh my
it's onto
goodness.
something.
Oh my God, I'm so friggin' tired. Anywho's, so yeah, again, thank you for listening to Married to Macabre, and we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.